This shit more than a game.
Perfect.
Now, excuse me. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're going to get right to the business. Kellen Moore is the New Orleans Saints' next head coach. And I'm not going to do what you guys have come accustomed to me doing, right? Oh, it's Jono. He's going to go on a huge rant either in favor or not in favor of Kellen Moore. He's going to be fanatical. He's going to be insane. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually start the show being very real. I don't know what Kellen Moore is going to be as head coach. I know as an offensive coordinator, he was great. Great play caller, knew how to use his weapons, was a great play caller. Now, as a head coach, I cannot judge. I've seen a lot of great, damn near elite coordinators on offense and defense turn out to be very mediocre as head coaches. We just had 3 years of it. If you know, you know. So I'm not going to say, Kellen Moore is going to be the guy to lead us back to the promised land. Kellen Moore is going to be great. I'm not going to do that. Maybe I might do a skit like that, but I'm not going to do that here tonight on the Jono Bones Show. Here's what I will say. In the time where the New Orleans Saints were looked at as the worst destination for any free agent head coach, in the time where we were ranked as the worst landing spot of any potential head coach, in a time where multiple head coaches told us no. And you can get into the semantics of the way of a lot of head coaches told us no. Joe Brady told us no. Cliff Kingsbury told us no. Ben Johnson told us no. Mike Vrabel told us no. Aaron Glenn told us no. You can get into how technically we didn't make an offer for them, so it doesn't know. These guys told the New Orleans Saints no. No disrespect to them. No fault of their own. If they felt like they had a better situation or if they felt that they were fine where they were, more power to them. But when all of these head coaches were telling us no, all I know is Kellen Moore told us yes. Kellen Moore said, I want to be in New Orleans. And that shit means everything to me. That is why I, as of February 11, 2025, I'm going to ride with Kellen Moore until the wheels come off. And they just might come off. We might crash and burn. We've done it before with other head coaches. But until we hit that brick wall, I am going to ride with Kellen Moore because Kellen Moore, when it was unpopular, chose New Orleans. And that's why we say this shit more than a game. And ain't nothing more this shit more than a game certified of you than leaving a Super Bowl team, a team that has potential to probably repeat, a team that has a ton of young talent, a team that has a great organization structure. He could have stayed in Philadelphia and said, I'm going to keep riding my horse on Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, and I'm going to keep on polishing up my resume. And I know in the future, a team is going to come and call me with a much better situation than the New Orleans Saints. And he said, I'm coming to New Orleans. I'm coming to New Orleans to build something. I'm coming to New Orleans to coach the New Orleans Saints and represent the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana. Ain't nothing more this shit more than a game certified than that. Kellen Moore, welcome to New Orleans. Kellen Moore, you are this shit more than a game certified.
This shit more than a game. We ain't playing on no field. We fans born kinda wild, fire in our hearts revealed. Yeah, we shout and we cheer, our passion loud and clear. Together we rise, this love no compromise. screen, repping our dream team. From the sidelines we scream, living in this fan's dream. Yeah, we shout and we cheer, our passion loud and clear. Together we rise, this love no compromise.
This shit more than a game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. It was let me tell you something. Super Bowl week, this shit was more than a week. That's all I'm gonna say. This shit was more than a week. And y'all know how we got to start this glorious day in Who Dat Nation and the This Shit More Than a Game community with our brand new head coach. Y'all see it below. Leave a This Shit More Than. Wait, hold on. No. I'm sorry about that, y'all. That's absolutely not correct whatsoever. Let's try this again. Y'all, let's fix that. Leave a This Shit More Than a Game in the chat right now, because welcome to the city of New Orleans, to the state of Louisiana, and a This Shit More Than a Game community, Kellen freaking Moore. Now it is officially This Shit More Than a Game. And we have a great show for you guys tonight. So great that Bruce saying you got it wrong. It's This Shit More, M-O-O-R-E. We're not leaving This Shit More Than a Game. It's This Shit More Than a Game, okay? That's This Shit More Than a Game, and then there's This Shit More Than a Game. February 11th, 2025 is officially This Shit More Than a Game day in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. And we got a special show. And this guy who I'm about to bring on, y'all, I called him up today. Let me tell y'all back behind the scenes story. I said, I don't want to hear no ifs. I don't want to hear no ands. I don't want to hear no buts. I said, I don't care if you got school classes. I don't care if your daughter needs you. I don't care if your wife wants you. I said, I do not care. I said, you will prioritize and be on the This Shit More Than a Game show tonight. And to his credit, he stopped me in the middle of my talk and said, Jono. He said, say no more, my brother. He said, say no more. I got you. And I got the This Shit More Than a Game community, because today is a day where I shine. And I tell the This Shit More Than a Game community what is up. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know him as the Taysom Hill of the Jono Bone Show. He is the moderator. He is the producer. He is the co-host. And he's a damn good brother of mine. Give it up for y'all's favorite, Ziggy, the goddamn Beast.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on? Sorry, all my lights ain't really fully up yet, so you got half of a face. So, but we shouldn't have no camera problems this time. So, how y'all doing?
Good. I see your beautiful daughter in the background. I actually like the studio more than I
like
your
blanket, you know.
I
the
like
studio
the studio
coming along. It's coming along. You know what I'm saying?
That shows how dedicated you are to the cause, though, Ziggy, even though you weren't finalized yet. And I know you are a perfectionist, right? You want to give the best to your community, the This Shit More Than a Game community. But you say, you know what, John, I don't give a damn what my setup looks like. I don't give a damn about any of that. I'm coming on the show tonight because today is a day where we celebrate this shit more than a game. And I see we got it all in the chat right now. Everybody leaving.
I never left. I've been in chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? We weren't in the hunt anymore, so there was no need for me to be on the show.
So you're only on the show when we're in the hunt, right?
But Jono, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we got a early super chat from
I bet you I know
Bruce
who it's
Saint.
from. The goat.
$20.
Let me tell you
$20 super chat from Bruce Saint. He says, I don't care if I'm getting too excited too early. I love this hire. Bye-bye to the Sean Payton era. Hello to the Kellen Moore era. This shit more than the game.
Well, first off, let me say it feels so good to have the actual This Shit More Than the Game air horns back. Can you play it one more time?
Yes, sir.
But we were struggling with the air horns without you. Let me tell you, the ghetto This Shit More Than the Game air horns, they had a long night on Bourbon Street. Those air horns that we have to use when you ain't on the show. Bruce Saint, thank you so much for the super chat. You know, Ziggy, if we get 4 more super chats, or I'm gonna give them the option, right? Like a pass run option design play. If we get, I don't know, I see we got over 40 people watching on YouTube, over 225 watching across all platforms. I think Who Dat Nation is excited. And if y'all can show me that excitement on YouTube by getting us, we got 40 people in the chat right now. Let's get over 40 likes or 5 super chats. Ziggy, what I'm gonna do, because I don't know if everybody watched all of my Super Bowl content this past week, I will play for them. And I know, Ziggy, you didn't even get a chance to come down to New Orleans. You were so busy. So I know you missed out on a lot of stuff. You didn't get a chance to see the stunning, the beautiful, the magical St. Louis Cathedral lighting up with some of the beautiful projection lights you will ever see. Do you want to see how that was, Ziggy?
Yeah, I would love to see. And then
in 4K,
the stuff you have posted on YouTube, I have appreciated that, Jono. If y'all hadn't seen Jono's YouTube channel, the stuff that he posted during Super Bowl week, chef's kiss. I don't know anyone else that was doing that level of pulling back the curtain. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like,
what I'm gonna do though, before y'all,
I was able to lift through Jono, and I appreciate it.
Before y'all go look at it now, stay with your boys tonight, and I will show y'all the St. Louis Cathedral light show that was nationally acclaimed as one of the most beautiful light shows of all time. You guys can see it here exclusively in 4K on the Jono Bone Show, but y'all gotta ask for a lot to get something like that to y'all. So either y'all get us to over 40 likes, I believe we are at 18 likes right now, or we get 5 super chats. I must say though, Ziggy, we already got a $20 super chat from Bruce saying I almost feel obligated to show the light show no matter what. I'll think about it, but I demand and I expect a lot of my community because I know that they demand and expect a lot out of me. So Bruce saying you got to show off to a great start. Thank you, my guy. You are a super chat and a This Shit More Than the Game community legend. Okay, Tyrone, I'm sorry. I'm already I ain't got the rain on, but I'm already taking man. But I thought about this guy. He was on our show 2 weeks ago. An Eagles fan joined the show thanks to the algorithm, and I was thinking about him on Sunday night when they won the Super Bowl, and he's talking about Coach Kellen Moore, which is fine. I'm sure that Eagles fans aren't derailed that they are losing a great play caller, but brother, if my team had just won the Super Bowl, I'd be recovering right now. I'd be like, what today is? I'd just be getting out of bed after a long Sunday and a long Monday. But congratulations to Eagles has landed. His name was Eagles has landed NFC champions 2 weeks ago. Now it is Eagles has landed Super Bowl champions. Props to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a team that I ain't got much beef with, so I didn't mind them winning the championship on Sunday. Sure. We will get to the Eagles and the Chiefs game a bit later, but obviously this is a very New Orleans Saints heavy focus show, so we have to talk about the news that was the worst kept secret in the NFL for the past 2 weeks. Kellen Moore named new head coach of the New Orleans Saints. He comes from Philadelphia, and he has quite the resume. Ziggy, would you like to see his resume to see who is actually coming to the New Orleans Saints sideline?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Kellen Moore, as a coach of the I don't want to say this team name because I don't want this guy to come join the show, but as the DC, as the team's DC, let's call the team DC. Nah, you know what? Screw it. Dallas Cowboys. I ain't worrying about Evan coming on the show tonight. He was the quarterbacks coach in 2018. They had a pretty good quarterback play the past 6, 7 years, right? Like, you know, the Cowboys, they're known for a lot of things. They're not known for atrocious quarterback play. I think Dak Prescott has been pretty good. So
does that say he was a player too, Jono?
Oh yeah, no, we'll get to that. And then from 2019 to 2022, he was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. The Cowboys had a pretty good offense. We can at least admit that, right, Ziggy?
No, I agree.
Yeah, it usually wasn't the offense's fault all the time that they came up short. The offense usually helped them get to the postseason in the first place. Then he went to Los Angeles, had a pretty ho-hum year in Los Angeles, and then he went to the Philadelphia Eagles and helped Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown realize their potential and put it all together to become Super Bowl champions. And now, Ziggy, from 2025 on, he is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And as you said, Ziggy, he was also a former player. He was a great college quarterback and had a pretty time as a quarterback in the NFL. But hey, experience is experience, right? He has to skin in the game as a player and as a coach. So, Ziggy, I ask you, they call you Mr. Toxic Positivity. Well, I think this is a time that you can actually justify being positive. How do you feel about Kellen Moore as the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints?
I'm personally fine with it. My only thing is, will the Saints fans be patient with him? Especially with cap issues, with the current roster that we have, different things like that. I do have a question for you, Jono, because this is a kind of a two-parter. This will determine my answer that I'll give you. Will we get Taysom Hill back next year? What do you think?
I think we will. The question is, can he still be the same Taysom Hill after 3 straight years of injuries? But I do think Taysom Hill is a New Orleans Saint next year. Yes.
I don't know, because the offense that Kellen Moore comes from, it looks like it specializes in mobile quarterbacks and different packages with getting a quarterback rolling out in space, player option, RPOs, different things like that. And I think we had a guy that specializes in things like that. So, I mean, Taysom Hill, Kellen Moore, Eric McCoy, as the center, getting everything, situated at the line of scrimmage. Clint Kubiak, who was already, I'm just saying, man.
We should have Eric McCoy back on the show so we could get his thoughts on the new head coach. Huh? I might have to hit him up.
I'm just saying, I think we might run the gauntlet, bro.
Let us know in the chat. Do y'all want us to run it back with Eric McCoy on the Jono Bones show this offseason? Let us know in the chat. Y'all chat responses is going to let me know. Should I text my good buddy Eric McCoy and bother him on his beautiful offseason to see if he wants to come back on the Jono Bones show with me and Ziggy and chop it up? Let us know in the chat if y'all want Eric McCoy back. Ziggy, I think you're gonna be riding the Taysom Hill train until he's like 40 years old. Huh? You ain't gonna never get off that Taysom Hill train.
Hey, bro, from the body of work we saw him do last season, did he give us any reason to give up on him?
Not at all. But I will say all of the things you mentioned is very, very telling, because I would say that Derek Carr does not qualify for any of those attributes. So I ask you this as well.
Okay.
What do you think the future of Derek Carr is now that Kellen Moore is our next head coach?
Oh, no. I think, once again, I don't have no issues with Derek Carr. The Saints fans and some people in the city of New Orleans seems like they have an issue with Derek Carr. I don't have a problem with him. I think he will fit good into the system that Kellen Moore has. Getting the ball out quick, different things like that I think can feed into some of the positives that Derek Carr has, and then using Taysom Hill as that gadget guy. And I don't know, man. It just depends on if he wants to stay, if he is part of the future, and different things like that. But I think we could win with Derek Carr and Kellen Moore.
Here's another kind of off-topic approach, but a lot of fans, you talk about how much they don't like Derek Carr. They certainly don't like him anymore after last week, because Derek Carr, Ziggy, was nowhere, absolutely nowhere to be found during Super Bowl week in New Orleans. Now,
I don't blame him.
Maybe he has a valid excuse. Maybe he's the type that says, I don't go to the Super Bowl unless I'm playing in it. Maybe he has some personal issues. We don't know. We don't want to cast judgment, even though a lot of fans are. But I will ask you, he is the quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. This was a week where everybody who represented the city of New Orleans by playing for the Saints or having a history with the Saints was in the city representing for us. Jameis Winston, Sean Payton. Sean Payton was like the head coach and the guy who was walking symbolically with Gail Benson and Roger Goodell when they did a concert at 5 a.m. on Bourbon Street to honor the Bourbon Street victims. And they had to go to the Sean Payton well. That shows you what the state of our franchise is, that we got to call on the Denver Broncos head coach to come represent the New Orleans Saints. Now, DeMario was doing this thing. Cam Jordan, who got out of the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, by the way, no offense to Eric Armstead, was doing his thing. Tyrann Mathieu was doing this thing. I even saw Jamal Williams. I saw a lot of Saints. I saw Drew Brees. We'll get to that later. Saw Reggie Bush. I saw a lot of Saints people who cherish and who show why this shit more than the game during their time here was in New Orleans, putting on for the city. Do you have any issues, Ziggy, that Derek Carr was not in New Orleans last week for any of the festivities whatsoever?
I don't.
Mind you, Ziggy, he is the quarterback of our team. The quarterback is the face of each franchise, right? Every franchise, usually the quarterback is the face of the franchise. Do you have an issue with Derek Carr not being in the city last week?
Nope. Wow. I don't have any issues, to be honest. When Derek Carr first came to New Orleans, he donated to charities. Yep, he went to crawfish balls and different things like that, and he got roasted into oblivion.
He did.
So, I mean, there's other things I can go down the list of things Derek Carr has tried to do in the community, and Saints fans and New Orleans citizens blasted him for it.
True.
Wow, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If he went out there, y'all have been like, oh, you suck, get out. Who wants to?
I agree. You're right. He wouldn't.
I'm gonna just be cool. No, and look, I'm gonna give y'all a break from me. I'm gonna take a break from y'all.
Listen,
He heard y'all all season long. Tell him he trash.
Like,
tell him y'all don't want him here.
He said first y'all don't
why
want
would I go out
there? I'm not there.
And then if he swing on one of y'all gonna be wanting to sue him and stuff like that. So look, just stay where you at. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, and I'll see y'all in training camp. Am I wrong, Jono, for thinking this?
No, you're not. Look, I agree somewhat. Like I agree that the fans would have shit on him no matter what. Like, oh, what's Derek Carr doing in the Warriors? I get it. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Look at him trying. He should be playing.
I would say he can't work, but it's the Super Bowl in your team city. You gotta be there. Like, come on, Derek. Like, that's easy PR to be there. Whether the people on social media, I guarantee the people in person would not have been, because there's a lot of noise on social media. But the real love is in reality on them streets. I get a lot of trolls and people who hate me on social media. And one person came up to my face this past weekend, and I was outside, Ziggy. I was outside. And none of these trolls or people who don't like Jono Bones' content came to my face saying you suck. But you know what they all were saying? The people who did come up to me, Jono, you the man. Jono, you the legend in New Orleans. Jono, you doing the damn thing. Jono, when's Ziggy coming back on the show? I said, I got y'all, Ziggy. I told him I got y'all. They say, Jono, we love you. The people who love you going to show you love in person. They ain't going to come talk all that bad stuff behind the screen like they do and then come to your face. No, so Derek Carr, in my opinion, Ziggy, should have been in New Orleans. To hell with the fans saying that, oh, we hate Derek Carr and all that. And if they would have still been trashing him. This is the Super Bowl in your team city, unless he already knows, Ziggy, that he's not going to be our quarterback next year, unless he heard it through the grapevine.
Maybe too.
They're going to cut him. Derek Carr should have been in New Orleans. That was an absolutely huge missed opportunity. And now the fans are going to hate him even more. You say, Dan, if you do, Dan, if you don't, I agree. But now they're going to be like, oh, this motherfucker doesn't want to come to our city during the Super Bowl. Hell with him.
He can come out there and they be like, see, this is problem now. He not studying the playbook. He not creating a rapport with Clint Kubiak. He could be doing that, but he out here. I'm just telling you, they're gonna find something to find wrong with him. But Jono, we do have some people that donated to your channel.
Let's keep going.
Our boy Pro P in the building.
Falcons fan, he must be scared. I was like, what did he say?
Yeah, he said, get our boy Aaron Brooks, Mr. Reverse Pass.
Backwards
on
pass.
the show.
I'll take Aaron Brooks. Man, y'all don't know.
I like Aaron Brooks, actually.
Ziggy can tell y'all, I was hustling hard to try to get guests for the future. I wasn't out there just having a good time. No, I mean, I was partying. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
but I was hustling. I was trying to network. I was trying to get. Look, you guys have put me in a position to be noticed, I guess, in New Orleans. Ziggy, I was telling my wife, it's almost like a gift and a curse, right? Like I kind of lost my anonymity.
What's up, Linda?
In what up, Linda? I kind of lost my anonymity in New Orleans now. Like, and not that it's a bad. I don't mind when people come up to me. I promise y'all. If y'all see me out and about, please feel free to come up to me and chop it up.
Especially at Saints events.
But Ziggy knows, sometimes, if I'm eating out, I could get a little messy or something like that. Maybe sometimes you might see me, like, touching my nose and digging it. And I'm like, man, I can't do it. I can't, go out looking like a slob anymore. Like, I might get noticed now. So it's a gift and a curse. But I do appreciate that people are showing me love, and I will try. There's a lot of people I would love to have on the show, and I'm trying my best. I hope y'all know that as a community, I am trying my best. I think we had another super chat.
Another one, big brother.
All right,
Jonathan Bordeaux.
I love the JB.
We are so back. Who that?
I love Ziggy. I love it. Ziggy, now I'm telling you, bro, if you want to go into overdrive with your toxic positivity, now is the time. Because what were you saying? You get a new head coach, you're going to sucker the fans back in. And he hasn't even done a press conference yet, Ziggy. If he does a home run of a press conference, oh, my God. Can you believe how hyped the fans are going to be?
Big brother.
As bad as the Saints. Man, we got
Jono, they coming in. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, man, see, that's why I tell you I need you on the show every week.
Easy Ezekiel.
The blogs
$2 super chat. The blogs were dope, Jono. See, same thing I said.
I appreciate it.
The blogs were dope, bro. The blogs were
I got Easy E. Yeah, I think he's trying to come down, Ziggy, for WrestleMania. You know, me and Ziggy will be out there, Easy E. So if
we're
you
gonna
come
be
down
outside
for WrestleMania, we're going. Ziggy said, like, I might have not been able to do my Super Bowl stuff, but Ziggy said I will be.
I told the governor, like, look, bro.
We got something about the governor.
Wrestling, I got to draw the line.
You know what? I think I could put in a good word for the governor for you in a little bit. We're gonna get there in a little bit.
Oh man, y'all going crazy. Bruce Saint with the not one, not two, not three, not four, $5 super chat. Goal reach. Is all he
All
said.
right. Well, Ziggy, this community is showing out tonight. We got over 65
Y'all going
people
crazy
watching
tonight.
on YouTube, over 385 watching across all platforms. Because of that, if y'all stay true to the Jono Barnes channel and keep watching the show throughout the show, I will show you guys who have not been able to catch my vlogs yet. The St. Louis Cathedral Light Show that was critically acclaimed nationwide. Oh, it was beautiful. It almost made me shed a tear, and I don't cry a lot. It almost made me shed a tear how beautiful our city was this week because you guys got us a 5 super
Almost
chats.
like you fell in love with the city all over again.
I tweeted that, Ziggy. I say every day I fell in love with the city again, man. I love my city, bro. I love my city. It's not perfect. Lord knows she's not perfect, but damn, do I not love
in America? I think America agreed. Chad Ochocinco.
Oh God,
people.
I love y'all.
Put some respect on New Orleans.
I love you, everybody. I promise we're going to get to our Super Bowl recap from the game to the city of New Orleans doing the damn thing in a little bit. Let's keep talking about Kellen Moore first, and then we'll get to that topic in a little bit. All right, Ziggy. So I don't know about Derek Carr's future. I don't think Derek Carr is. I appreciate that, Pelicans. I always wonder when the press conference is. I don't know if Derek Carr is long term for New Orleans, but I still could see a reality where Kellen Moore is like, all right, I'll bite the bullet for 1 year. Same way Sean Payne. Like we all knew that Russell Wilson wasn't long for Sean Payne, but Sean Payne said, "I'll give you 1 year, Russell, and we'll see what happens." And Russell actually played pretty well, and Sean Payne still was like, "Eh." So we'll see what Derek Carr and Kellen Moore does. Now, Kellen Moore might also say, "Nah, you know what? Let's eat the cap hit right now." It depends on, I guess, does he love Rattler? Does he have a quarterback in the draft that he likes? Is there a free agent that he would rather roll with?
As a quarterback's coach.
I know that Arch Manning is a Saints fan's dream, but that's maybe 1 to 2 years away. So you can't, necessarily bank on it, even though I feel like it's poetic that it's going to happen at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see, Ziggy, about Derek Carr's future. I'm giving Kellen Moore a clean slate. If he says, "Hey, y'all, just trust me, we'll rock with Derek Carr 1 year and see what happens," more power to him. And I will be cheering for Derek Carr yet again. I'll be like, Derek Carr, okay, you got a new coach that is a damn good play caller. Show out for New Orleans. But if it doesn't work out, well, then we know that, hey, we got something to look forward to for 2026 with the draft, free agency, with a possible new quarterback coming to New Orleans. Now,
so Jono, what do you think would be a realistic goal for? What would you like to see from Kellen Moore, like realistically? Of course, we want to go to the playoffs, and if I'm getting ahead, just let me know to stop.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Very good question. This is why I love having you on the show.
And also, you and you guys in the chat, let us know what is a realistic goal that you would give to Kellen Moore, knowing what we have against us, and like with the cap space, the rosters, everything like that.
So I'm blessed again because you guys gave me this platform. I was damn, we got another super chat, Ziggy. I can't keep Code,
Nola Creator, and Carl Dunn. We in the hunt. We are in the hunt, bro.
Wait, go to Cole's first. What Cole say? Nola. I am, cuz, and I wear it with pride, man. And I'm not even. I know I said this a lot, so I hope I'm not sounding like a broken record. I'm not the biggest content creator. I mean,
you could. Nope. I'm not allowing you to say that no more, bro.
All right. Well, I'm not necessarily prominently featured with the upper people, but the streets love Jono Barnes, and the streets is where I'm accepted, and that's why I appreciate everybody. And I promise you, I wear that especially after last week, I wear that NOLA content creator status symbol with pride, and I will continue to give y'all the content that y'all deserve. So I appreciate that comment, cool. And my guy Carl Dunn, I love me some Carl Dunn, man. Carl kind of sparked this shit more than the game idea in my head. I kind of, in the back of my mind, had it, but when Carl hit me up about it 2 weeks ago, I said, Carl, I'm a rock with it, because I didn't know at that point was Kellen Moore going to actually be the guy or not. But Carl had that intuition, I guess. But what he said, Ziggy, he said we're in the hunt. We're back. Oh yeah, Ziggy, it's a new season for everybody. All 32 teams are back.
We tied for first place, bro. I'm just saying.
Hold on to me. Hey, look, man, look. Ziggy tried telling y'all we in the hunt. Okay?
Try telling them, John, you can't make this up.
Y'all showing out in the super chats today. We appreciate y'all. I know y'all must be in a good mood about Kellen Moore. Ziggy, you can't ask for better publicity from the Saints than what they are getting today. Like, as bad as a head coaching cycle as that was, with all these guys telling us no, for the Saints to luck into the Super Bowl offensive coordinator, like, sometimes you get blessed that way, right? Like, it might work out for the Saints that all these other head coaches told us knowing that, hey, okay, well, we got the Super Bowl offensive coordinator who turned out to be, we'll see in the future, a great head coach. Sometimes it works out like that.
His offense put up how many points, Jono?
Oh, they had over 120 points overall in the playoffs. They did the damn thing. And I know, look, we're not getting Saquon Barkley with Kellen Moore. We're not getting Jalen Hurts with Kellen Moore. We're not getting the Eagles offensive line with Kellen Moore. But I've seen that same Eagles team, granted without Saquon Barkley, but still, that same Eagles offense looked like shit last year without Kellen Moore when the Buccaneers whooped their ass in the playoffs. They had lost like 4 straight. So, hey, you got to give credit where credit is due. You got to give credit where credit is due. I remember when Drew Brees wanted to go to Miami. It didn't work out. Guess what? He came to New Orleans as a second choice. I remember when Sean Payne wanted to go to the Packers. It didn't work out. He had to come to New Orleans as a second choice. This time, obviously, the Saints were probably favoring Aaron Glenn, maybe even Joe Brady or Cliff Kingsbury. Didn't work out. We get Kellen Moore. Sometimes the second choice winds up being the one that actually leads you to greatness. And so I am definitely hoping that that is the case with one Kellen Moore. Ziggy, you asked, what do I expect or what do I want to see from Kellen Moore?
A realistic goal, yeah.
I'm not going to try to put that Sean Payton cloud over him. I'm actually happy that finally, Ziggy, like Kellen Moore has no ties to Sean Payton. This is finally for the first time in 18 years, like a new regime. It ain't no Sean Payton protege, no Sean Payton advocate. This is a brand new regime. Love me some Sean Payton. Appreciate everything he did, but it was time. It was time. It was time to kind of go with a new start. Granted, I would have been very happy with Aaron Glenn, even though he is a Sean Payton advocate too. But I'm very happy at least that, hey, one of the positives about Kellen Moore is that no Sean Payton stigma to him. With that said, also, I'm not going to put this expectation like Sean Payton did in 2006, where he came to a much worse situation, in my opinion, and turned a 3-13 team with no damn stadium into a team that was in the NFC Championship game a year later. Would I love it if it happens? Will we love that? Absolutely. We ain't no Saints fan going to turn down winning, right? But I do think it's probably going to be a year-by-year process, and all I want to see is growth, Ziggy. Like, people might forget, Dan Campbell didn't have the Lions as a contender right away, right? Like, it took Dan Campbell till year 3 to finally get the Lions to the playoffs and to the NFC Championship game. In year 4, they were close to the NFC Championship game, but they lost to the Commanders. But he didn't come right away and turn it over. Like, they were actually struggling. I was actually critical of Dan Campbell. I was like, man, I'm seeing Dan Campbell get all this love and hype, and the Lions are still shit to me. And I learned the hard way that, oh, you know what? Sometimes it's going to take a few years to get the program to the vision that you wanted.
And that's a good point.
And that's what I want to see from Kellen Moore. Like, I'm not expecting to go to the playoffs. It would be nice if we do. We might have a 3, 4, 5 win season. That's fine. But all we have in foundational pieces put in place so that we feel like coming out of the 2025 and 2026 season, hey, we're actually building something. We have something to look forward to in 2026. We have something to look forward to in 2027. So that's all I want to see, Ziggy. I want to see some growth. I hope that Kellen Moore has a little bit of moxie to him. You know, I like my head coaches to be fun. Like, I like the Sean Payton type, like an asshole, petty type coach. It's New Orleans. I love that type
very petty.
Now, if he's like chill or whatever, that's cool. But I kind of want him to be
a chill guy. He seemed like a chill guy. We'll see.
Well, Dan Orlovsky said that he felt like in Philadelphia, Kellen Moore started becoming a little bit more rugged, I guess. And that's it. He's in Philadelphia, right? So
that's kind of how that coach was.
But now look at, now he's in New Orleans, right? Like, you want to talk about a rugged city? Shit, maybe we might bring out that side of Kellen Moore. Speaking of Dan Orlovsky, Ziggy, there's some rumors that he might be coming to the Saints staff. He left a very vague goodbye message on ESPN on Monday, and then somebody asked him on Twitter, okay, well, you leaving ESPN? And he said, decisions will be made. And so now it could be nothing, it could be something. But people are trying to connect the dots, and maybe
you think he'll be a good quarterbacks coach?
I think, I said a lot of bad things about Dan Orlovsky because of some of his takes about my Saints, okay? But if he puts on that black and gold, I think he'll be a great quarterbacks coach. But I feel so let us also know in the chat, how would y'all feel about Dan Orlovsky, former quarterback and ESPN current analyst, being on the New Orleans Saints staff with Kellen Moore? Let us know how y'all feel about Dan Orlovsky. But there are some rumors that Brandon, you see again to the draft talk already. Brandon Staley, former Chargers head coach, current 49ers assistant, I believe, would be our defensive coordinator. I think that would be real good because he's a damn good defensive coordinator. He wasn't a great head coach, but now it was Dennis Allen. But I also will be happy with Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator. So Brandon Staley looks to be in line to be our next defensive coordinator. And God forgive me, I should have wrote the name down. Our next offensive coordinator. Now, granted, Kellen Moore's still going to be calling the plays, Ziggy, but Let me search. I just want to make sure I get the name right because he's actually has a very known last name in New Orleans. All right, Doug Nussmeier, father Ziggy of LSU's quarterback Nussmeier.
Yeah,
he is rumored to be our next offensive coordinator. So. Nice little staff we're building, right? Like the Eagles have had great quarterback play these last few years under Doug Nussmeier. I hope that this doesn't lead to us drafting his son, because I'm not a big fan of his son at LSU right now. But how do you feel about that coaching staff? You got Brandon Staley, you got Doug Nussmeier, you might get Dan Orlovsky. Do you think that's a good head coaching staff to like get excited about?
I'm not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. What's his track record, Jono?
For Brandon Staley or for Doug Nussmeier?
No, not Brandon Staley. The potential OC.
Well, Doug Nussmeier would technically be playing the role of Pete Carmichael, right? Like Kellen Moore is going to be calling the plays. Doug Nussmeier is just going to be the offensive coordinator. But Doug Nussmeier,
I'm just saying, like, do you know anything of him?
Yeah, he played. He actually played for the Saints from 1994 to 1997. Ziggy, come on, man, get your New Orleans Saints history.
I'm talking about in terms of coach.
He was the quarterbacks coach for the Eagles for the past 2 seasons. Los Angeles Chargers quarterback coach as well. So him and Kellen Moore have been kind of side by side because he was also with the Cowboys with Kellen Moore. So he's essentially, you know how Sean Payne got his Pete Carmichael? He is Kellen Moore's Pete Carmichael, if that makes sense to you.
Okay.
But Kellen Moore is going to be the
Pete
one.
Carmichael work good with Sean Payton. Some people, somebody's not going to, rock the boat too much. They're just going to kind of be a complimentary piece.
Fans are going to be fans. Like, the first game that Kellen Moore calls a bad game, fans are going to be like, I get Kellen Moore.
That's what I'm saying. And that's a good point, because that's why I was like, how patient are we going to be as fans with Kellen Moore?
Well, how many years are you? What qualifies us? Because it's all subjective. So, what is patience to you, Ziggy?
Like, all right. So, one thing: when does this cap issue that everyone talks about ad nauseum about the Saints? When does this fully clear up? Is it after this year?
No. If we really say,
if we be kind of stingy a little bit with the budget. When will we be in the clear?
We can't be stingy. If we say, okay, we're gonna finally start eating this stuff up and just dealing with whatever comes from it. 2027. I know that sounds so long from
2027. So will we get out of cap hell
in 2027, and we'll have the space to. Now we can sign these big name free. Even we would sign a free agent even with the bad cap. But and that might be the year that Arch comes out. You never know. So you
think people would be patient for 2 years if we?
Well, that's the thing. I'm using the Dan Campbell example. Like, it took the Lions till year 3 to finally start putting it together. So I will give him at least a minimum of. He would have to be a colossal failure, Ziggy. It would have to be
could they be ready to run the dude out of town?
It would be the players would have to be fighting on the sideline, pointing a middle finger at him or something for me to say, okay, this is obviously nuclear cold raid did not work out. Sorry. Sucks.
Because the fans are already antsy because of the years.
I will say that it needs to work out for Mickey Loomis' sake. I was willing to give Mickey Loomis one more shot at picking a head coach, because even though he did horrible and set us back a lot of years with this damn Dennis Allen obsession he had, he also did bring Sean Payton and Drew Brees to us. So I'm giving him, you had one good one, one bad one. Now this is your third.
How many years did DA get?
3. We were
that's what I'm saying. Okay,
we were showing no improvement. So
was it 2 1/4?
I think. Well, if you want to keep him, maybe we're at the number 1 pick.
I got you though. No, okay, I think that's fair. 3 years. Okay.
I think 3 years is for me at least. Now, there's always going to be certain levels of fans, right? Like the casual fan who doesn't know about the cap space of the situation, who only goes into Sunday asking, did the Saints win or did the Saints lose? Like, if we are bad next year, they're probably going to be like, I get Kellen Moore out here. What's with the hype with this coach if we're 4-13? But that's going to be every fan base, right? But I think the fans who are in the weeds, know our situation and actually can exhibit some nuance, I would hope that they give him at least 3 years. Now, if by year 2027, we're still struggling in games and not showing any type of growth or something, then yeah, it's time to put his feet to the fire. I'm not saying we can't be critical of him in the next 2 years. We absolutely can. But I think that we have to understand our situation and give him some patience. And I hope the fans give him some grace.
I agree, Jono. And if you all agree with what Jono just said, the Jono Barnes, we got 59 people on YouTube right now. We have over 390 people on X, formerly known as Twitter. If y'all do not mind, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. that helps my boy get into the algorithm. I mean, at this point, not like he needs it, right?
Oh,
I mean,
no, I
because
always
my
need it. I
boy
always need
is
it.
doing this thing.
I always need it.
You
Look,
know, but
y'all,
please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
what Ziggy is basically trying to say is this.
Yes, sir.
Hey, fans, hit the subscribe button in 3 seconds to make this Rams fan sad. 3, 2, 1.
Well, a lot of people saying they're going to give Kellen Moore all the grace, Jono.
They say that now. They say that now in February, Ziggy. Let's see how they are in October.
2/11, 2025.
Clip it, Ziggy.
8:11
Clip
p.m. on the Jono Barnes Show.
Because listen,
y'all, I think everyone is saying they're going to give him some grace.
I don't want y'all on Ziggy ass in October when we're like 2-5, and Ziggy's trying to be positive, and y'all like, hell with that. Remember, Ziggy, what they said on February 11th that they were going to give him patience. And so, Ziggy, they basically doing what you've been doing for the past few years, and now they saying that they're going to do it, even though they gave you shit for it. How they go? You tried telling them, huh? You tried telling them. You
can't make this up.
You can't. You literally cannot make this up. All right, Ziggy, before we close out the Kellen Moore topic. So any
last one, John. Look at this one.
3 years as long as he could go 2-15, sweep the damn Falcons, and we would love it. I'm trying my best to keep up with the comments. Like I know I see Pro P. I don't know if you have any other Falcons fans. I don't know how. I would like to know how
we got our Pro P in the building.
I want to know how fellow NFC rival fans feel about Kellen Moore. Are they like, damn, the Saints got a good one? Or are they like, we ain't worrying about no damn Kellen Moore?
At least Pro P, he probably is kind of concerned, but he's not going to show his hand right now, though, John. You know.
Yeah, you see, Eagles has landed the Super Bowl champ stage. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Moore does as a head coach. He wishes him nothing but luck. He also told me 2 weeks ago, he was like, I don't want to lose Kellen Moore because he's a great play caller. So I'm sure that I appreciate having the Eagles fan. I mean, the Eagles fans probably love everybody on their team right now. They're Super Bowl champs, right? So my guy Rob all the way in New Mexico with a dish shit more than that's my guy, Ziggy. So I appreciate you, Rob. If you're still watching, thank you, my guy. So appreciate everybody on the chat tonight. Sandra,
appreciate all y'all over there on X too.
Our girl Sandra, she was looking for you in the chat before the show. She just came out the hospital. She said,
Sandra?
So, Sandra, we are glad to see you recovering, and we know that you are going to get right back to your normal dish shit more than the game self. So Ziggy, final thoughts on the Kellen Moore thing. Does it give you Look, he wasn't my first choice. I'll be honest. He was not my first. He wasn't even my second or third choice, to be honest. But what I can appreciate, as I said in my opening rant, is that when everybody was telling us no, he told us yes. And look, I don't have the greatest track record when it comes to takes about head coaches. Like I was not happy with hiring Sean Payton in 2006. I wanted Mike Martz. I wanted a guy. He was the defensive coordinator at the time by Donnie Henderson. Like Sean Payne was not even in my top 3, I believe, and we saw how that turned out, right? So maybe it's a good thing that Kellen Moore was also not in my top 3 because that usually means the coach winds up being really, really good. So I'm looking forward to his press conference Thursday. I'm looking forward to how he embraces the city of New Orleans. I'm gonna put it on the record right now, Ziggy. I want Kellen Moore on our show. I don't know how we can make that happen. I don't know if we got to go to the Saints PR, and the Saints PR might laugh me off. I don't know if the Saints PR and their front office is actually even a big fan of Jono Barnes. I had nothing to go off of that on. I'm just, maybe they don't like my content. Maybe they think I'm too hard on them. I don't know. But I'll shoot for the moon, like they say. And when you shoot for the moon, you at least land in the stars. If you don't make it,
you never know, bro. What was a no yesterday can be a yes tomorrow.
Yesterday, and I would love to have. If Kellen Moore, if you are listening, if your family is listening. If your cousin, your second cousin, your third cousin happens to watch the show because they want to see how Saints fans are reacting to the news, let them know to come on a Jono Barnes show. If you want to be beloved in New Orleans and showcase that you from day one are accepting the New Orleans community and you are trying to embrace your brand new city for hopefully the next decade. Let me tell you, a great star will be coming to the Jono Barnes show at the Dish Shit More Than the Game studios and kicking it with Jono and Ziggy so Saints fans can get to know more about you. And you know me and Ziggy going to show you love, right, Ziggy? You know if Kellen Moore Dish Shit More Than the Game studios, we're going to treat him like the king that he can possibly be if he gets the Saints back into contention. How do you feel, Ziggy, overall about Kellen Moore as the next head coach for the New Orleans Saints?
No, I'm cool with it. And then I think sometimes, too, it's good to just kind of like let things play out and not rush into making the decision. And then maybe some of the people that did pick head coaches before the Saints, maybe they would have been like, Dang, maybe we should have waited till after the Super Bowl anyway, because I know we talked about that before too, Jono. I honestly think that they should wait until after the Super Bowl to start tampering and picking, because that could have been a huge distraction, depending on how things go. But
True.
long story short, I'm happy to have Kellen Moore. I'm glad things kind of worked in our favor, even though some people looked at it as like, haha, Saints can't even get a quarterback. And then look, we got the Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator on our team. So
Saints couldn't ask for better PR. Like, it worked out.
I mean,
because like, and if the Eagles get eliminated in the first round or something, and we pick them, the conversation probably looks a lot different, right? Like, let's be honest. Nobody was really champion for Kellen Moore a month ago, and then he goes on to lead the Eagles off. I mean, obviously, it wasn't all him. Nick Sirianni plays a big part. He has Jalen Hurts. He has Saquon Barkley. He has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, a great O-line. Like, obviously, it's not all just Kellen Moore taking trash and turning it into treasure. Like, he has treasure, but he's making that treasure shine. And hopefully we can get treasure back on our roster.
And that's the point right there.
And make it shine. We'll see.
Because you've seen people have all those pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to knock him for doing it. Like, we've seen great teams in the past with all the talent in the world always come up short. You can argue the Saints. I mean, we got screwed in 2000.
Look at the Lions.
Exactly. They couldn't get over the hump. Kellen Moore was X factor, him and Saquon, to get in the Eagles over the hump.
Advantage.
Beating a big, bad, vaunted. I was shocked. I mean, nobody expected the Eagles, which brings us to our next topic. Nobody was expecting the Eagles to beat the Chiefs like that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of fans thought that, the Eagles have a shot. Some have even picked the Eagles to win the game. But nobody was picking the Eagles to win like that. Yeah, 2024, 2025 Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Ziggy, that was one of the worst Super Bowl games of all time, in my opinion. Now, not to Eagles fans, but that was one of the worst Super Bowl games of all time. However, props to the Eagles, man, because they did the damn thing.
A lot of former Saints.
If you are a fan of that team and you win by 20 plus, that's the greatest Super Bowl of all time for you. But you're right. CGJ now has a ring. Zach Barnes suddenly is looking like Ray Lewis. Good Lord have mercy, huh? Oh, boy. That game was funny. Like, Zach Barnes got a pick. City had a pick. It was called back. But I'm like, good Lord. I hope Mickey Loomis is in the Superdome watching all this talent that we get. Philadelphia, y'all owe us a share of that ring. The trade that we made with Philadelphia where we took Trevor Penning, the Eagles got Cooper DeJean. By the way, Cooper DeJean, did he not have a pick six against Patrick Mahomes? I'm like, oh, my God.
That's crazy, bro.
The Eagles owe Mickey Loomis a bouquet of flowers on Friday for Valentine's Day.
Get
a damn
Super Bowl, Eagles, we got something in common. Along with the Saints, we took out a historic quarterback in the Super Bowl in a kind of a big marginal victory, 31-17. Y'all beat a generational quarterback in Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, 40 points to 22. Falcons, y'all win the. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was at the NFL Experience last week, Ziggy, and they had like a showcase of all the rings. And I kept looking for the Falcons ring. I'm like, I was like, did the Falcons make it to the Super Bowl 2 times in my lifetime? Like, I'm looking, I'm like, I can't find the Falcons Super Bowl rings. It was weird. I don't know. But Ziggy, I mean, you watched the game. I know that. So, like, how do you feel about the game? Like, were you entertained? Were you like, I know it's a blowout, but hey, this is pretty impressive watching the Eagles just absolutely wreck shop on the Kansas City Chiefs. What were your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts on the game, Jono. I'm not a fan of any of these teams, but I had the biggest Kool-Aid smile on my face every touchdown the Eagles scored, because I was getting so tired of the bandwagon Chiefs, the way that the refs always cheat for them, the way that the media was so hyped with the Taylor Swift camera. Every 5 seconds, we trying to watch the game. They shooting Taylor Swift in the stands and different things like that. I had the biggest Kool-Aid smile every time the Eagles were scoring a touchdown and running the score up, because it was like a culmination of the Coke bottle being shooken up of karma, and the Chiefs opened the bottle, and it was just like poof, all at once. The karma just came rushing down on the Chiefs. No, Patrick Mahomes pretending to slide and then running for another flag. I'm gonna pretend to run out of bounds and oh my God, Patrick Mahomes juked him. And no more ticky tack calls. We play. This is what happens when a decent game is called for the Chiefs.
Huh? There's actually still
saying.
some controversial calls too. To be honest, there was still some controversial calls.
All season long it's been, and they've been kind of lining the me. I think it's because the media was starting to call it out. It was getting so bad, Jono, and community.
I'm not trying to be a.
It was bad, bro.
People say I'm a known,
but it was great.
Bruce but I don't. That's how I understand. Like they won 2 in a row. They were going for a 3-peat. Yes, that's going to be a story. Like the media is going to hype that up, no matter what the team is. It ain't like the Chiefs were like.
No, I get that, Jono. I'm talking about, but what does Taylor Swift got to do with that? What does the refs cheating got to do with that?
What you did? Imagine if Michael Jackson was dating a female gymnastic person, and he was going to the game. You know that they were going to show Michael Jackson like 100 times? He's the biggest pop star in the world. She's the biggest pop star in the world right now. Of course they're going to show her.
Nah, not every third down, and it's 3rd down and 10, and look at Taylor Swift up there. I'm like, man, what happened?
no, not you being.
And then all of a sudden, the camera comes back to the game, and it's a pick 6. What happened? You got to wait for the replay.
You being hyperbolic because stop it. I always tend I always tend to go for the AFC team just because I'm like, well, look, if the Saints can't win the NFC, I don't want any NFC team. But I will say, like, the Eagles are not high on my list of annoying NFC teams. So, like, when they win it, it's like, I don't, no sweat off my back, right? Like, it ain't the Falcons, it ain't the Bucks, it ain't the Cowboys, it ain't the Panthers. So, ain't even the 49ers. So, I'm like, ain't the Rams. I didn't mind it. The game itself, I was hoping for like a competitive game. Like, for as amazing of a week as it was in New Orleans, I was like, damn, I felt like we deserved a better game given how great of a week it was leading up to the game. And it was a blowout, a game that will certainly not be adorned in history when 10 years from now we look back on the greatest Super Bowls of all time. That might be a bottom 7, bottom 8. Like, it was just it was a fun game. I guess, like you said, if you were a Chiefs hater and you wanted to watch the dynasty come to a humiliating ending, but I was just hoping for a better game.
John, I think it's just the rough calls. I don't mind them winning, and I don't mind, I got to respect.
They said that about the Patriots. Like, at what point do we just acknowledge greatness?
Well, there was deflating footballs. They admitted to spying on other teams. There was cheating.
I would say when you are great,
I'm not going to do that to the Chiefs. They weren't that bad.
All I gotta say is
Patriots was the worst.
Oh, great! Suddenly, fans think that the whole world is against them whenever they play that team. No, Tom Brady and the Patriots were just great. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs were just great. Maybe human nature comes in and that they get a bit of favoritism for a few calls. Like Michael Jordan gets good calls, LeBron James gets good calls. I understand that. It takes nothing away from the greatness that the Chiefs had. So I wasn't subscribed to that.
Oh no, Jono. No, bro.
I'm just mad it wasn't a great game. Like, I wanted to, the Eagles and their fans.
Some of your reviews, Jono, with some of these rough calls with these Chiefs games, bro.
I just wanted a good game, and we didn't get that, Ziggy. Now, props to the Eagles.
I can agree with you on that one.
Eagles look real good, and you look at that team, and you're like, well, goddamn, like how? I mean, look, it's NFL, right? Like, unless you are the Chiefs or the Patriots, usually parity kicks in, and you're not back on top the next year. But you look at their team with Saquon, with Jalen, with AJ, all young studs, right? Like, it's not like these are guys who are veterans who only have like one. Like, these guys have some good football left in them, and you're like, damn, are we about to witness Eagles dynasty? What you think, Ziggy?
Are we in the midst of a dynasty with these Eagles?
Yes. I mean, Cooper DeJean got a pick 6 in. He's a rookie, Ziggy. Zach Bond is fresh legs as hell because he never played in New Orleans, so he's like a rookie himself. Shoot, they got some talent on that squad, my guy.
That NFC East, though, you got the Commanders on the come up.
Jaden.
You have the Lions that's gonna try to get their lick back. I guess the NFC is top heavy, so we'll see, bro.
Hey, Pammy, if you want to let Ziggy tune into the Ziggy Lewis show, okay? This is the Jono Bond show. What you talking about? We'll see. Obviously, parity is a real thing. I just wish it was a better game, but I'm happy I'll say this: the Philadelphia fans, for all of the stigma they have of being the worst fan base in the league, and they might be, the fans doing New Orleans that I ran into in Connor were cool as hell, Ziggy. But for both sides, Kansas City showed out and Philadelphia showed out. I will say throughout the whole week, I was leaning that it was much more Eagles-friendly crowd than Chiefs. I don't know if that's because the Chiefs fans are used to it. So they're like, we ain't going down to New Orleans. We just went to Las Vegas last year or whatever. But the Eagles fan had a certain swag to them, much more than the Chiefs fans. And that has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on the game. But it was kind of symbolic that the Eagles whipped that ass because it felt like that way for the fan bases all week too in New Orleans, where the Eagles fans just had that moxie to them. You were like, damn, it might be their time. Like similar to, I always go back to my New Orleans bubble, the Saints and Colts. Like you could see in Miami that even though we weren't there, but you watched all the coverage. Boy, the New Orleans people out there were showing out, right? Indianapolis fans, come on. I mean, all respect to Indianapolis. It's Indianapolis. They were like, oh, hi, we're happy to be here. We're having a good time. New Orleans and Miami was like, who that? Who that? That's how it was in New Orleans this week. Like Eagles fans every 5 minutes, EAGLES, Eagles. And they had a few Chiefs fans trying to do that little tomahawk thing, but it didn't compare to.
I mean, that's a good point, Jono, because every time I saw the Chiefs on X, they were showing Taylor Swift highlights. They were showing them at restaurants and different things like that. And every time I saw Eagles videos, they were going over film, talking about schemes and plays and different things like that. Maybe they were just locked in. Maybe the Chiefs just walked in there and just thought that they were just going to give them the game.
They were,
like, you know what I'm saying?
They were more worried about Travis Kelce being able to propose to.
Yeah, Travis Kelce, he's talking about gumbo. This is the kind of gumbo I ate, and it wasn't all that. And
he messed up the New Orleans guys with that. You got to choose your words wisely next time.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
Don't be coming to New Orleans talking bad about our gumbo now.
And then look at that first half, no catches.
Sure. Yeah, he didn't even talk to the media after the game. I thought that was weak. I'm like, come on now. You
because when they went
the league, a leader, like you got to take accountability. Like I don't like when
that's what I be talking about, Jono. That's what stuff I be talking about with them Chiefs. They front runners, bro. Because when they winning,
I can't argue.
When everything cool.
If Kelce ain't talking to the media,
but when they lose, straight to the back. That's weak.
Mick Swagger says, Ziggy, you come out once a year like the eclipse. You got to soak it all in when you on the show.
That's why my
hold on. Ziggy comes on
my light.
Look, I would say
only got one light.
That's valid for Sean and Evan. Like Sean came on the show like 2 times this year, and Sean's the one who told me 2 years ago, let's do a show. John knows how that go. And Evan lately hasn't been on for like the past 2 months. But Ziggy, you come on at least like once a month. Like
I do have legit excuses if I can't make it.
Yeah, Evan and Sean just don't come. They just be like, nah, I ain't coming on tonight. Ziggy actually has like Ziggy ain't just
I be telling Jono, like, guys, one time I joined the stream live from the Capitol building, like from work.
You know what, Ziggy? That is
y'all, see if y'all missed that one, y'all just had to be there.
That's if they're true to the Jono Bones show and not new to the Jono Bones show. That is a good transition though, because the Eagles were the Super Bowl champions, but the true winner of Super Bowl 59 was the city of New Orleans.
Ooh.
At the Capitol, Jeff Landry tweeted that Super Bowl 59 was a huge success.
Wait, who's that front and center?
And it's clear New Orleans knows how to throw a party. To the NFL, let's make it official. New Orleans needs to be on a 5-year rotation for Super Bowls. Who's with me? That's one of the few times, Landry, that I actually am with you. But yeah, Ziggy, front and center. Look at that. Wow. Who's that sexy little guy? Front and center, Ziggy. They don't got me in the top left. You ain't got me at the bottom right. Who is that in the middle of that tweet, Ziggy?
I know one thing. He need to hit that follow button on you. Like, why is that follow button black? It should be like gray.
He wasn't follow any of the accounts that they highlighted. But look, these are like national accounts that he's highlighting.
Yeah, Damian Woody.
And he put me front and center. I was like, damn, I got to give him props for that.
Look at that. You got Ian Rappaport, and then right under that, you got Jono Barnes.
Jono Barnes, front and center, where Jono Barnes belongs. Can you, Ziggy, I don't know if your eyesight is good. Can you see what I said in my tweet that he highlighted?
Jono said the winner of Super Bowl 59 was the city of New Orleans.
And I mean that, y'all, with all my mind, body, and soul.
I agree.
New Orleans showed out. New Orleans showed out. By the way, Ziggy, if they're going to start using my tweets like this, like they have been using in the past, New Orleans needs to make me like an official ambassador for the next Super Bowl that we get, right? I mean, like, my tweets are always being highlighted and stuff, so why am I not like an official title? But it's all good. Like I say, the streets know. The streets know about this shit more than the game, and the streets know about Jono Barnes. Oh, Ziggy, it was a great week. It was a great week. If you don't mind, Ziggy, you know I like to do this every so often. You know, like when you used to go to your auntie's house or your grandma's house, and she would get the photo projector on and kind of talk about, here's how my summer vacation went. Ziggy, would you mind if I tell you how my Super Bowl week went?
Go ahead and tell us, bro. What you got?
This shit more than a game community. Would y'all mind if Jono Barnes tells y'all how his Super Bowl week went? I know it takes them a little time to type in a response, but I'm going to assume that they said yes. Ziggy, let me tell you how my Super Bowl week went.
Story
I got
time with
to meet
Jono.
some great people. I got to meet a lot of supporters and fans who came up to me and just made my. Nah, Ziggy, you ain't got to.
No. This story time with Jono. Go ahead, bro.
A lot of fans who came up to me meant the world to me, right? Like Ziggy said, sometimes, and Ziggy can tell you, I'll bitch and I'll moan out, like, Ziggy, man, the support is starting to dwindle. Have we plateaued? Like, why are we still at this threshold of subscribers and followers? And Ziggy's always saying, Jono, you need to kind of, Ziggy and my wife, to be honest, I don't want my wife to get jealous because my wife is always telling me this like once a week. Take a step back, realize what you have accomplished, realize what you are doing, realize the impact that you are making in a city like New Orleans. And that was verified to me this past week with how many people stopped me. Like I said, a bit of a gift and a curse because I can be, I'm not used to being recognized or like.
You want to eat his funnel cakes in peace.
Yeah, I have my little beignet sugar on me without knowing, okay, who's watching me, right? I was that guy, Fierre's Flavor Town, stuffing my face in by myself. Oh, Jono. And I'm like, oh, shit. let me clean my face up right quick. In. But it was a pleasure. Everybody, if you ever see me out and about, always feel free to come chop it up with your boy. I'm not Will Smith level celebrity. Trust me, I know. But I appreciate that. I guess I'm kind of slowly growing into a local celebrity. But the real celebrities that I got to run into, Ziggy, man, who is this, Ziggy?
That is the Reggie Bush, I want to think.
Reggie freaking Bush, man.
Reggie Bush, Super Bowl winner.
This shit more than a game pioneer, man. Do you remember how excited we was? Ziggy, let's take them back behind the curtain a little bit. We were in Orlando on our senior trip when the Saints landed Reggie Bush. You remember we were at grad night. Some young adolescent, horny teenage boys dancing on all these girls like time of our lives. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. And this is when Twitter wasn't a thing. This is when everybody had iPhones. I don't remember who had the phone. Like somebody had a T-Mobile type thing or whatever. And I think my mom and dad let me borrow one or something. And my brother texted me, and I was the one who spread the news to all of y'all. They were like, y'all, the Texans are taking Mario Williams with the #1 pick. We found that out on Wednesday night, I guess, on Saturday or Friday night, because the draft was that Saturday. And you remember how excited we were, like, yo, we getting Reggie Bush, right?
Reggie thought he was going first. Yeah.
We were at Universal Studios and we had to park to ourselves for the whole day. But in that morning, we all went to the closest restaurant we could find. We said, turn on that ESPN, and we watched Reggie Bush get drafted to the New Orleans Saints. And for the first time in forever as Saints fans, we had hope. We were like, yo, we got Reggie Bush on the goddamn team. And this was before we already had Drew Brees, but nobody knew who Drew Brees was going to be, the Drew Brees that we came to know and love, right? So Reggie was like the man. Like Reggie, like he's the guy who's going to be the savior of New Orleans. And so I'm at Guy Fieri's Flavor Town, and Reggie Bush's people do this impromptu meet and greet. I just happen to be in the line for food, my fat ass. And God is good. Like Reggie Bush people were like, yo, I guess they saw the t-shirt. They were like, yo, you want to come get a photo with Reggie Bush? Boy, Ziggy, I do my chicken sandwich down. So, and I love me some chicken sandwich. I do my chicken sandwich down. So I said, hell yeah, I want to come meet Reggie Bush. So I got to meet Reggie Bush, and I told him how much he meant and how much he still means to the city of New Orleans. That was a dope moment. I also got to meet Juwan Johnson and his lovely wife, Shannon. They are also content creators as well. Have a great platform that they use. Ziggy, tried my best, and hopefully it comes to fruition. I think Juwan's a free agent, so we have to see how his offseason goes. But I tried to hopefully get them to come on the show if Juwan winds up staying in New Orleans. Great people, had a great time. This was at a YouTube party, which I'll get to more in a little bit. Got to hang out with my guy, Mincy Ziggy from Barstool Sports. We know Mincy, a good supporter and friend of the Jono Barnes Show. Went to the Barstool Trivia last Tuesday night, which is why I did not do a show last Tuesday night. Had a great time with Mincy, and also at this Barstool, I think I forgot to upload the photo. That's my boy. I also got to meet Ziggy. You might know this guy, Nick Harrison, the huge content creator.
He's a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, man. He was at
Professor.
He was at Shaq's party. Oh yeah, by the way, Ziggy, I got to go to Shaq's party. He was there at Shaq's party, man. Let me tell you, this guy is just an awesome, awesome guy. Ziggy. He has over 1 million
Oh yeah,
on
I know all about
Instagram
him.
and TikTok. Let me tell you something. It's one thing to be big like on one social media platform, right? But when
TikTok,
you
all
can
of
say,
them.
hey, yo, I'm popping on multiple social media platforms, you doing the damn thing. Ziggy, by the way, he said that he definitely is going to link up with us for WrestleMania next year in New Orleans, Louisiana. So you know we are going to have that deserves
Yes,
to
sir.
more than the game air horns. But and we just chopped it up. He's a damn good guy, man. He is a damn good guy, and gave me some good
Got the
advice about
bloodline
content.
throwing the ones up.
Now, and this is a guy with 1 million subscribers, and he was like, Jono, let me tell you something. I don't care what your numbers say, you are doing the damn thing. And I was like, oh, that means the world to me. Like somebody with
That sound
a
like
million.
something.
But you ain't got 1 million subscribers. Like
That sound like something. That sound
You know I love you, Ziggy. But sometimes you might need to hear from somebody with. But it was great to run into my guy, the Professor Nick Harrison. If y'all search him on Google, he will come up because he does some great content. It was probably, Ziggy, the highlight of my weekend. I was invited to
That's crazy.
YouTube Creator Collective Party. This is where content creators who meet the threshold of, I guess, what a successful YouTuber looks like to the YouTube people. And I got to go out there and put on for the city of New Orleans. It wasn't just local content creators. Ziggy, this was content creators from all around the world. And I'm talking about, Ziggy, I am in a room, and it's probably great that I did this after hanging out with the Professor Nick Harrison, because like I am in a room, Ziggy, with content creators with 1 million followers, 5 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers, and Ziggy, I belonged in that motherfucker. Like I never felt out of you know, like, oh, this is I don't belong here. Like I only got it at the time 7,900 something, and I don't belong in the room with these people who are, you know, sponsored by these huge nationally known brands and something. I belonged in that motherfucker with all of the people and the influencers, if you want to use that word. So that was great. Now, Ziggy, you see this photo, right? Like my professional photo of it.
Oh yeah.
Now you know, Ziggy, you know the real me, right? You know the real me. Like I had to give them the real
photo.
Right? I say, like, I'll take one. I'll take a professional one YouTube for y'all, you know, for y'all promotional material or whatever. But this is the real Jono Bones, damn it. So there you go. Me with the meme is me on LinkedIn versus me on Twitter. That was my time at the YouTube creator thing. But it was a great time, man. It was a great time. These are all the influencers. Y'all, I mean, I don't know, like this. It wasn't just sports influencers, right? Like these are like influencers and content creators of multiple niches. So and that was little old me, right? You know, I think my dad once said, if you want to stand out in a room, make sure that you give them something to not forget you by. I'm pretty sure my dad said that at one point. So I said, okay. They said they wanted to take a photo with all of the people in the room. So that was little old Jono, front and center with my dish shirt more than the game shirt. And I didn't do that for me. I kind of did do it for me, but I did that for everybody watching the show right now. I wanted them to see me front and center with the brand on my chest. This is a professional YouTube photo, by the way, y'all, showing that look what we did. Look what y'all did. Y'all got me in this room. Like these people, y'all, whether you know them or not, have like millions and millions of followers. Matter of fact, you see the guy who's actually holding the football right now?
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. The guy in the blue shirt.
That is the YouTube CEO, folks. Neil Mohan, the YouTube CEO. And
he knows
Jono
now.
Was in a room. Neil Mohan, the YouTube CEO, got to see why this shit more than the game. And that's not because of Jono Barnes, y'all. That is because of what you guys have done for me. That was probably the best moment of my weekend, Ziggy, like to be in that space and to feel like I belong. I hope you guys were happy with. That's one of the only things that I didn't vlog, unfortunately, because I just kind of wanted to soak it all in. But that meant the world to me, like being on that. I guess it was the green carpet instead of the red carpet because it was a football field type thing. All I could think of in that moment was, you know, all the times you and even though y'all make fun of me a lot, Ziggy, even though y'all make fun of me a lot, all of y'all always told me, Jono, man, pick up that damn camera and showcase your skills. Somebody gonna feel you, brother. You tried telling me, Ziggy. You tried telling me. And in that moment, I just all like it just all hit me. Like, all the times my mom and dad said, "You got a gift, boy. You better use it. You got our genes, so you better use that gift you got."
That
All the
I
time.
can attest to them telling you that. They do tell you that.
Shout out to my parents, man. Shout out to my sister and my brother. Like I said, shout out to my wife for every time I feel down and out, because it comes in waves. I'll be honest, the success, if you want to call it that, comes in waves. You have your good moments of content and your moments of content where you're like, okay, have I peaked? Am I doing something wrong or whatever?
It's one of those things, Jono. It's like scoring a touchdown. It's like when you score a touchdown, all those endorphins, all those good feelings, and then after you're done celebrating, then like you said, it goes back to normal. You gotta go to the play, but
you go back.
You always play for those moments to come again. So I'm just happy to see and can't wait to see the next event you go to, Jono.
Well,
because I'm sure this ain't the only event you're gonna be going to. I'm sure.
Better not be. I'm more motivated than ever. But I hope Ziggy. I wish you was there with the party with me. I text you out.
Nah, that was for you, bro.
Ziggy already probably heard the spill, so I've already told Ziggy this 1-on-1. But everything that Ziggy's done to help me in my content creation.
Nah, bro. It's that was your moment, bro. And you're gonna be that was all for you, bro.
It's a team. Believe that. So I was just so grateful in that moment for all the times you, my brothers, my sister, and my parents. Where the Falcons legends. All the times y'all just gave me that motivation to keep pushing. And I know I don't know I get emotional.
No. See,
that's the thing. My guardian angel. I remember one of the last things he told me before he was untimely taken away from us was how proud he was of where the content was going. So I don't know if I'm gonna ever get that stupid old silver plaque, but I got my little football Ziggy. And I know I hopefully made him proud. So this is my plaque for the time being. I don't know if I'm ever get to 100,000 subscribers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, also to each and every one of you guys, like I tell y'all every week when we only got 30 people watching on YouTube, and I say how much I appreciate you guys, how much I tell you I do not play with y'all time, because it doesn't matter if you have 1 million subscribers, doesn't matter if you have 10 subscribers. If you are putting in the work, if you are making an impact, if you got the community in the streets feeling you, goddamn it, you belong in any goddamn room, no matter what your goddamn credentials are. So I did that for y'all, man, and I hope y'all know how much appreciation and love I have for you guys, and gratefulness this past week for how much the city showed little old Jono love. Jono went to the city last Sunday with no itinerary, no game plan. I wasn't invited to any of these parties going into Super Bowl week. I wasn't an official ambassador or whatever, but I damn sure know one thing, whether I got that title or not, I'm an ambassador my ass off for the city of New Orleans and for this shit more than the game community. You can believe that, whether I'm officially certified or not. I know one thing, I ain't got to be officially certified by the city, by the state, by any big name brand whatsoever, because I'm this shit more than the game certified, and I do that shit for y'all, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Ziggy, while we were doing all this great Super Bowl content, God damn it, we finally went over 8,000 subscribers. This shit more than the game that on. We got over 8,100. I was trying to get over 8,000 by New Year's. We ain't come close to it. In the past week, Ziggy, we've gotten over 8,100 subscribers. It's funny, huh? No? You meet the YouTube CEO, and suddenly the algorithm starts showing you love. It makes you wonder, huh, Ziggy? It makes you wonder.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Brittany? What's up, Lala? Sandra said, Jono, you a real one. I'm proud of you and sincerely happy for you.
I appreciate it. Look, I also got to meet Sean Payton and John Gruden.
Oh man, the GOAT, bro. The GOAT, Sean Payton.
Again, shout out to
why was he making that face, bro? Like he was trying not to laugh, bro.
I'm glad you're looking at the face. Everybody just apparently was obsessed with our goddamn nipples. Like, the nipples game was strong in that photo that night. It must have been a boss dude thing. I don't know. But shout out to Mincy, man. Mincy, good guy, man. Good guy. However you feel about Boston, I know they're a very polarizing organization, I guess. But Mincy is a damn good dude, man. And we are proud to call him a supporter and a friend at the Jono Barnes Show. And I don't know if Mincy's watching right now, but Mincy, man, I appreciate the hell out of you for the things that you have done for my show, my content, and for me last week. As beautiful as all of those things was, Ziggy, I promise I'm not trying to make you jealous. I promise I'm not trying to make you jealous. But Ziggy, I got to meet the fucking goat again. I'm starting to think this guy is stalking me. What the hell?
I thought they said Drew Brees was like 4'5" the way they be. Drew, like, he got some height on him, bro.
Yeah, man. Drew is actually 6'4", and I'm actually 6'2". So
there you go. Man, shout out to man.
2 years in a row, Ziggy, I've got to meet Drew Brees because of the goddamn content. Is that not crazy or what?
Man, Drew Brees, bro. He got the key to the city, bro.
Oh, he is a legend. He is a legend.
He's a legend.
and Ziggy, I got a little gift. Ziggy, I don't know. You've been on the show. I don't know if you heard the news. Ziggy, Ziggy, I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh man, I ain't know that, bro. That's crazy.
Y'all know Ziggy's known for months now. But Ziggy, I got the greatest gift in the world for little Jono. Drew Brees autograph, and my wife still is like, yeah, I remember. I ain't worried about my damn wife.
You gotta frame that and put it on the wall.
That's exactly what I'm saying. She said, okay, we can put it in your man cave. I say, no, that's going above Lil Jono's crib, so Lil Jono can know, because Lil Jono is the earliest historic sighting of a this shit more than the game certified person. He deserves to have the this shit more than the game legend of all legends, Drew Brees, in his face every single day when he wakes up crying in the next few months and making his dad's life miserable as a newborn when he's crying at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. At least I gotta go pick him up and see that he is watching a this shit more than the game certified shirt from Drew Brees. So it was a hell of a week, Ziggy. Not just for the city of New Orleans, but I guess you could say Jono Barnes kind of won Super Bowl week as well. But all of that happened, y'all, again, because of y'all. So I see everybody showing love in the chat, and I appreciate y'all. Sorry I got a little emotional every time I talk about my big bro. The air gets a little stuffy, you know? The air gets a little stuffy, but I've been trying hard to get to 100,000 subscribers, and yet you will not believe how excited I was just to get over a little 8,100 and be.
So the next goal is 10.
All week to be in these spaces with these influencers from the city and from without the city. There are big brand partnerships and collaborations, and there are 100,000 plus followers on multiple platforms. And here's little old Jono, Ziggy, with his 12K on Twitter, 3K on Instagram, and 8K now on YouTube.
Some people, yeah.
And guess who the streets was showing love to? Guess who the streets was coming up to saying, hey, can I get a picture with you?
That's what I'm
Jono fucking Bones. No offense to the other influencers or whatnot, but Jono Bones. So,
and also no offense to some of the other influencers, but I mean, I know you got yours out the mud. Not saying they didn't, but sometimes in this space, some of those numbers are manufactured or paid for or whatever. But we're not gonna get into that. But I'm just saying, we know yours. You got yours out the mud, bro. You bust your ass for it, and that's why you get out what you put in. So you put your heart and soul into this. You got heart and soul back when you went out in the streets.
The this shit more than the game community has been putting in. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all made a hell of a Super Bowl week for me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. I wasn't out there just partying. I wasn't don't let Jonathan Gleason. We'll get to that in the next episode.
What's up, Mikey?
Hopefully y'all enjoyed the content that is on my YouTube right now. I think we had some good numbers on the show on the content the past week with the videos that I did. So appreciate y'all.
Nobody was doing that, bro. Like the behind the scenes stuff, like literally not just photos, but like literally it's almost like you had a GoPro on. You just like, all right, this is where we going, guys. And like,
it might seem easy
because I couldn't make it out there, so I was living through you.
Yeah, no, it might seem the content stuff like that might. Oh, he's just out there recording. Like there's actual work that goes into that. So I'm glad that people appreciated it. Again, y'all, I don't want to like Jody Bell said, glaze myself to glaze. Oh, we so old now. What are these kids saying? I know Jody Bell might be my age, but we don't want to. I don't want to spend a whole show patting myself on the back. But I was proud of myself. I was proud of.
Bro, you gotta celebrate those victories, dog.
I was appreciative of you, my parents, the true MVP of this guy.
He just messing with you, bro.
My wife and my brothers, even though they give me a hard time, but I want them to give me a hard time because that's what brothers are supposed to do with each other. Even my niece and my nephew, because they be showing their little Uncle Jono some love, and I love them so damn much. And hopefully with them and soon, Lil Jono, man, they could be like, oh man, I got the coolest uncle. And Lil Jono could say, I got
you having a boy?
I got the coolest dad, Lil Jono. Ziggy, can you believe
Oh,
it?
we about to have another Jono running around here.
I know. God bless the Atlanta Falcons fans, boy. They don't know what's coming.
You already know.
Sure.
So just give you a heads up. Be prepared to be in some parent teachers conferences. Your kid cursing.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife was saying. She was like, "How are we going to handle?" She said, "We need to have a conversation about, we're going to be out and about with Lil Jono, and people are going to be screaming this shit more than the game. Lil Jono going to be like, okay, that must be a thing that I can say if that's my dad. Goddamn." I said, "We'll talk about that, honey, when the time comes." Okay. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I don't know if I'm ever get that damn silver plaque from YouTube, but I got this, and this.
Man, you getting it, bro.
This is all y'all. So my treat to you guys, if you haven't been able to check out the vlogs lately and y'all did get us 5 super chats and over 40 likes because you guys are fucking awesome. Here is New Orleans and all its beauty, all its glory and all its mighty in the beautiful 4K, one of the most electric projection light shows you will ever see, and why New Orleans showed that when it comes to big events, when it comes to just showcasing why this shit more than a city, nobody, and I mean nobody does it like the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. Enjoy this, y'all. Like I said, Ziggy, the winner of Super Bowl 59 was the city of New Orleans. Now, Ziggy, can you believe we actually got some voicemails this week?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we got some voicemails this week. So Before we get to our voicemails, let's hear a word from one of our sponsors, and then you guys, we will get to the final voicemails of the 2024-2025 NFL season. No matter what, we all know that this shit more than a game, and now you can wear it with pride. Visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now for the low price of $28.03. You can buy it in black and gold, purple and gold, white and blue, red and navy blue, all types of colors. We've got you covered here on the Jono Barnes Show. So visit www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and buy your This Shit More Than a Game shirt now and let the world know, folks, this shit more than a game. And Ziggy, if people want, it is officially, this is what New Orleans is great, right, Ziggy? Like, we have Super Bowl, and it's like, oh, man, what a wild week. All right, well, see y'all for Mardi Gras next week because it's Mardi Gras season, Ziggy. And so the This Shit More Than a Game and the This Shit More Than a Tuesday shirts are back in the fold. So if you guys want to be This Shit More Than a Game certified for Mardi Gras, go to www.jonobarnes.com or thisshitmorethanagame.com and you can get your This Shit More Than a Game or This Shit More Than a Tuesday Mardi Gras shirts on sale now. Ziggy, are you ready for the voicemails?
Let's see how far I can go without laughing.
The voicemails, aka the Don't Laugh Challenge.
Don't
Last
laugh
time, y'all, for the 2024-2025 seasons. Here are the voicemails.
What's up, T Dirty?
Super Bowl week.
Thank God. The New Orleans Saints have hired Kellen Moore. Guys, they finally did not mess it up, okay? Look, a lot of people don't like Kellen Moore for some odd reason, but a lot of Saints fans, they said we needed three things, okay? They said we needed three things. Youth, they said we needed offensive minds, and they said we needed that we need playoff experience. Kellen Moore checks all three of those boxes, so what are y'all complaining about? Like, bro, Kellen Moore is 36, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's 36. He is now the youngest head coach in the NFL, okay? Also, Kellen Moore was in control of the best offense in the whole NFL, in my opinion. And also, he just won the freaking Super Bowl, so why are a lot of people saying that Kellen Moore's not that guy? Man, I'm telling you, bro, Kellen Moore, I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, but what I am saying, Kellen Moore is going to be way better than Dennis Allen ever was. Thanks for your time.
Ziggy, I actually didn't know that Kellen Moore is the youngest head coach in the NFL. We got to see if that's correct or not. That's actually pretty cool to me because, I mean, if he's successful, then shoot, we might have him for the next, 15, 20 years then.
Yeah, that was, I think that was one Sean McVay, right? But now it's Kellen Moore.
Hey, we might hope. Like I said, the trend is you get a young offensive-minded coach that usually leads to success. So let's hope that is going to be the same for the New Orleans Saints. Hurricane Mikey, you've left the call every single week, not just for the season, but for like the past damn near year and a half now. I hope you know, Hurricane Mikey, even though we're about to shut down the phone lines for the foreseeable future, you are This Shit More Than a Game certified. Thank you,
shout
Mikey.
out to you, Mikey.
Let's get to our next voicemail. Oh, you see, Ziggity said he is the youngest. That's awesome. I like that. I actually like that. A little youngster, look, he's 36 years old. I'm 36 years old. He's the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. What am I doing, huh? What are we doing, Ziggy? We're 36 years old, and he's the head coach of the New Orleans Saints.
Hey, you're making cool content meeting the YouTube CEO.
And you know what we also going to do? We're going to get his 36-year ass old on that This Shit More Than a Couch so he can talk on the Jono Barnes Show with me. And you see, it's going to be like, hey, we chopping it out. We all the same age range. We buddies. Kellen Moore, come on our show. Next voicemail.
That's cool.
Who there, babe?
Hey, Ms. Amina.
Yo, yeah. Kellen freaking Moore as a head coach, bro. I am so freaking happy right now. It's just crazy. But, still got more to do this offseason, but I'm excited for the new future, the new era. Kellen Moore feels great, and hopefully we can turn this franchise around, just saying. But yeah, anyways, guys, peace. And who that, baby? All right.
I see J Dog in the comments. J Dog, were you inspired by all the celebrities that people were asking to say baby?
Yeah, I think that
He does it good.
it was like Ryan Clark did it very well. That's like he's from New Orleans.
Oh man, Ziggy, give me your say baby.
Whoa, nah.
I never knew how. I used to be like ashamed of my strong. I got a unique voice in my opinion. Like on top of having the New Orleans accent, like I just feel like my voice. As a kid, I was like, I hate my voice. But shit, I see that people love that type of thing now. So Ziggy, man, shit, let us blow up one day. We're gonna show them what a New Orleans accent is. Appreciate that.
Baby.
Appreciate it. Look at that. There you go, Ziggy.
Baby, what's that with it? You
What's that with it? You heard me?
Yeah.
J-Dog, appreciate all the voice messages you left this past season. Thank you, my guy.
What's up, T Dirty? But this man, wow, bro.
Hey, and shout out to T Dirty. He's doing some good things on his YouTube channels, as he should. I told him last year he got the gift of gab to have his own YouTube channel and do his own thing. And he's
y'all heard that? Go hit up our boy T Dirty.
Make sure y'all subscribe to T Dirty YouTube channel for some hilarious.
Also too, shout out to Mikey. I know Mikey be doing this thing too.
Yeah, Mikey too. I'm a little sad that Jay and T Dirty doesn't leave as many voicemails on ours anymore because he's doing his own thing, which is good though. Sometimes it works out like that. Like you come into a community, you say, "Oh man, I got a spark. I could do it on my own," and he's doing his damn thing. T Dirty, man, we love seeing your growth and success, my guy. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. Let's get to our next voicemail, folks.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We got Kellen Moore. Oh, man. That we haven't heard good news about the Saints in a while, man, but fuck, man, I am excited about Kellen Moore. Dude, somehow, like, when you think all hope is lost, man, dude, our front office just, bam, like that, makes a great decision. Now, I'm acting like this hire is going to pan out in the future. Obviously, we don't know what the hell is going to happen in the future, but at least you can understand the thought, fresh start, clean slate, get rid of the Sean Payton era, get rid of that coaching tree, start anew. This is the Kellen Moore era now. We got a young coach, the youngest head coach in the NFL right now, and his offensive play calling has been pretty damn good throughout his tenure in Dallas. Chargers was pretty shaky. Then Philadelphia, he did good as well. Man, I'm just pumped. I'm pumped because this is finally something new. For once, like at the very least with Clint Kubiak, we were starting something new, but we still had Dennis Allen. We were keeping Dennis Allen. This is truly something new. I love it. Okay. Hey, Kellen Moore was one of my top 2 candidates, going into the playoff. I'm glad that now we have a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator as head coach. And not only that, but just recently won the Super Bowl too. So it's fresh on his mind, that championship mentality. And we need that shit for this team, man. We need it. So yeah, man, just pumped, man. So pumped. Finally got some good Saints news, man. And look, y'all can't lie, okay? Y'all can't lie. I think y'all are a little bit excited too. Deep down, y'all are excited. All Saints fans are because offensive-minded young guy, okay? That's what we've been looking for ever since Sean Payton left, man. That's all we've been looking for. So anyway, enough of me talking. We got Kellen Moore, baby. Let's go.
Ziggy, I feel like everybody's going to be a Ziggy this next, but it's offseason for sure. And this season, I feel like we're about to have a lot of Ziggies running around in the Who Dat Nation and this shit more than a game community. Ziggy.
We'll see, Jono. We'll see, and we're gonna play this again. Once they start dueling and loss by loss, and I'll be the last one standing.
This is like the real episode where Ziggy, like the fans are more toxic positivity than you. You came on the show. I'm shocked. Like even killed. Like hey, we'll see what happens. The fans are the ones who are like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I told them I'm ready, but I was just like, just how they. I don't know. I'm just.
You keep it.
It was wishy-washy for me this past season.
You can say, hold on now. All this shit y'all gave me, I ain't gonna be co-signing y'all like.
Hold on now.
Let's get to our next voicemail.
What's up, Rose City?
Yeah, the NFL season is over. The Eagles won the Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes lost the trophy. It was no three-peat because the Eagles won and Taylor Swift might break up with Travis Kelce. Yeah, this is Kyle speaking. Bye. Grace those polls.
That would be something, Ziggy, if Taylor Swift breaks up with Travis Kelce after that man lost. I tweeted, I felt like Travis Kelce should have proposed no matter what. Like, okay, I'm going to see if Taylor Swift is loyal to me. Like, things are good. You're going to be tried and true to me when things are, when we getting out the mud again. She should have proposed no matter what.
With the blowout scoreboard in the background.
Right. I'm testing to see if you really ride or die or not. You could be all happy when the confetti falls, and you're gonna show some love when the brother ain't on his best legs at the moment.
We should have did last year then.
Well, I mean, they were only like 8 months in at that point, right? So,
hey, when you know.
Hey, true that. All right, Ziggy, we got one final voicemail. Ziggy, I'm glad you're on the show because I felt like you had to be here to hear this guy's last voicemail of the season. And I know you guys who are still watching us 1 hour and 30 minutes into the show, hopefully you guys can appreciate, because this man was clearly and easily the voicemail MVP of the 2024-2025 season. So I'll leave the floor to him one last time for the 2024-2025 season.
This is James. Just James. And finally, we have a head coach, a leader amongst men, a man who will take us to prominence, glorification, jubilation, and celebration. This shit more than a coach. Literally, Jono, this shit more than a coach. You know what? I ain't gonna even hold y'all long. DJ, please.
It's James, just James, bitch.
Yeah, I see you. And I want to dance with you, Coach Moore. Every time they turn the lights down, just want to go that extra mile for you. Physical display of affection. Feels like no one else is in the room. We can get down like there's no one around. We keep on rocking, yeah, we keep on rocking. Cameras are flashing while we're dirty dancing. Yeah, they keep watching. They keep watching. Cause we're gonna give me more. 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 Yeah. Kellen Moore, baby. Welcome to the Know Ya. You heard me?
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm even gonna take Mrs. James, just James, out. But I do hope my girl Barbara's happy. Hey, Barbara. And listen, cut the track. Look, this will be, now that the season is over, my last voicemail until later on in the year. But this is not goodbye. It is see you later. Just see you later. But before I go, I want to thank you, Jono, for another great season. You are a legend in New Orleans, whether you know it or not. You are a legend. Keep doing your thing. And I know your co-hosts don't even join you on the show anymore, but shout out to Ziggy, wherever he's at right now. Evan, I'm sure he's going to hate on Kellen Moore, even though he was hyping him up all those years as a Cowboys fan. And I don't even know about Sean anymore. Does Sean even still exist? Shout out to the Jono Bones Show and the whole This Shit More Than a Game community for rocking with James, just James, all season long. And because of that, I have one last song for you guys. So, DJ, please. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I always thought we'd see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to the Jono Bones Show. And I'll take
I'm
with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. Oh, it's so hard to say goodbye to the Jono Show. Yeah. Jono.
Yeah.
Congratulations again on a baby. Just know that James, just James, will be watching. And just know this shit more than a game. Just more than a game.
Just said no.
James, just James, out.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to get emotional twice in one episode. We're going to miss you, James. Just James. We're going to miss you.
Triple J.
Here's a gift just for you for being a fan. Are you going to a sports game or a concert or any major event? Well, buy your tickets from SeatGeek and use the promo code JONO at checkout and you can receive $20 off your purchase over $50. That's $20 off your purchase. What are you waiting for? You know this shit more than a game, man. All right, Ziggy. Before we wrap up the season finale, not just because it's the season finale, y'all, doesn't mean that I'm going away. I'm going to still be doing shows throughout the off season. Maybe
It's
not
a
as
football season
frequent
finale.
on Tuesday, and definitely maybe not as consistent on Tuesday. It might be multiple on unique days, but you're still going to get content on the Jono Bone Show. We're going to have a lot of special guests lined up for you guys to talk about Saints, talk about different topics. I mean, goddamn, Ziggy, I was in a room with all of these content creators with like millions and millions of followers. So maybe I'll have some of them on the show, right, to talk about fashion or something. You know, maybe expand this shit more than the game community, right? It ain't always got to be about football and sports, right? But
Bruce Saint says, great way to end the season, Jono.
It was a great way. But you know what, Ziggy? Just for this shit more than the game community, for the people who are still watching at the 1 hour and 45-minute mark.
Almost 600 people watching.
I'm going to give him one more topic, Ziggy. I'm going to give him one more topic because, Ziggy, this is a New Orleans-based show, right? So let's talk about the fact, Ziggy, that the Pelicans traded one Brandon Ingram. Ziggy, how do you feel about the Pelicans trading Brandon Ingram? And in return, we got Bruce Brown Jr., Kelly Olynyk, and a first-round draft pick from the Toronto Raptors and a second-round draft pick. How do you feel about the Brandon Ingram era being officially over for the New Orleans Pelicans?
I'm sad. I'm devastated. I'm actually a Brandon Ingram fan. And some of the things that people said that Derek Carr didn't do, BI 1000% did in the community, with New Orleans, ingratiated himself with the fans, the city, and I just hated to see him leave. And I think Jono, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Zion, this is all your fault.
Damn.
And BI had to pay for your sins. I've been a very big Zion advocate on this platform, in private conversations, on Twitter. But BI leaving was like, all right, now it's enough. Because BI definitely was busting his ass, trying to play whenever he could, different things like that. Definitely more than Zion, and he's the one that gets shipped out.
Well, He was a free agent, and he was likely going to leave anyway. So
he wanted to stay.
Nah, he was going to leave, Ziggy. He was going to
I don't
leave.
know,
Y'all thought AD wanted to stay. we saw that.
Well, no, he ran the that's all, folks. So
but
before
then, y'all, he's locked in New Orleans. He's going to make it work. I mean, look, the tea leaves were showing clearly that Brandon Ingram was not long for the city of New Orleans. I appreciate, like you said, that he wanted to be here. I appreciate what he did in the community. I appreciate all of his efforts. But I always say this is a win and a loss business. Brother, it's year 6 of this Brandon Ingram Zion era. We have 2 playoff wins, Ziggy. Not 2 playoff series wins, y'all.
Series wins, just wins.
Playoff
I got you.
Game wins in 6 years. If the Saints only had 2 playoff games wins in 6 years, as we do now, y'all want to burn the whole damn facility down on Airline Drive. The Pelicans have that, and it's okay. It's fine. It's like y'all treat the Pelicans like a special needs kid. No, I want that same passion and vigor and rabidness that y'all have for those people on Airline Drive in the black and gold suites that y'all have that should be for the red and blue suites. The Pelicans have been a failure of a franchise for 6 years now. It's not all Brandon Ingram's fault, but he does not absolve himself of blame. He missed a lot of games, Ziggy. He is not the superstar that we want him to be. He's a good number 2 on a championship team, maybe a good number 3. He's a really good player, Again, I appreciate everything he did for the city, for the franchise. But it's a win-loss business, and right now this franchise is in the mud. Of the year 6, not year 1, not year 2, y'all. This is year 6. Imagine if we gave Derek Carr 6 years. Y'all would be ready to go down on Airline Drive right now and put Mickey Loomis on the cross and nail him to it. This is year 6 of the Brandon Ingram Zion era. It was time, y'all. It was time. Hell, it was year 6 of the Anthony Davis and Los Angeles era, and they traded his ass, which was a crazy-ass trade, by the way.
That's all, folks.
Like we can talk about that in a little bit, but it was time, Ziggy. I appreciate everything Brandon Ingram did, but goddamn, man, I want my team to start winning, and we were not winning with Brandon Ingram. I will say I'm on the same Zion train with you. That kid better get it together. I'm calling him a kid. It's year 6. He better get his shit together. I don't mind if we trade him in the offseason, to be honest. He better get it together. The Pelicans are in a state of shit right now, and I am actively cheering. I don't give a damn how this sounds for them to lose because I want to get a top draft pick. I want to tank. I want to get a top draft pick again so we can have some hope. The same hope that we had today as Saints fans that we got Kellen Moore. Okay. I want to have that hope as a Pelicans fan again, and I damn sure was going to have it with Brandon Ingram or Zion Williamson going forward. So maybe with a top 3 pick in the draft, and maybe we can get some of that hope back. But it wasn't working. It's a win-loss business. It might sound ruthless, but he had to go. Okay. All the best in Toronto. I believe he just signed a $100 million contract. Must be nice. Miss half the season and you still get the $100 million contracts. Must be nice. Ain't no tails on my eyes for him. He's doing just fine. Brandon Ingram is doing just fine. So go do your day in the East, my guy. Show out in Canada. Thanks for the memories. But, I mean, Anthony Davis at least bought us multiple playoff series wins. We got 2 playoff game wins with Brandon Ingram. I don't want to say with Zion. Zion hasn't played a playoff game yet. It was time. There's a lot of things going on Airline Drive with that Pelicans franchise that they are lucky. All eyes are usually on the Saints that they get by with the bullshit that they have done as a franchise. It was time.
Okay.
And speaking of, by the way, Ziggy, that Anthony Davis and Luka trade, right quick, how do you feel about that trade?
I guess that was all, folks, for his time in Los Angeles. So he's over in Dallas, and I wish him the best.
I'm pissed off the Lakers. How do the Lakers always wind up finding their way into superstars like this, man?
And it was kind of weird too, Jono, because they didn't. The Dallas Mavericks didn't make it known that they were shopping Luka.
Exactly.
It was only with the Lakers. And
is it not collusion? Is it not collusion?
That's definitely collusion, Jono. I agree with you, bro.
Like you train, I think it's 25 or 26.
They need to investigate that trade.
A 26-year-old superstar who just brought them to the finals. They were literally in the finals last year, and they trade him in his prime.
And you know what this trade does to him, Jono?
What?
It voids him for the Supermax.
Well, he's still gonna I know, and it sucks because he's losing out on what.
That's messed up.
I know.
That's dirty.
That is right now. That Mavs franchise is getting a lot. Like, I mean,
the fans are upset.
Oh yeah, that GM literally has to hire security because he is fearful of his life. It's never that serious. I know it's this shit.
And then they said Jason Kidd didn't know. He was sitting there like.
Kidd didn't do a press conference after the game yesterday. Like the head coach always has to do a press conference. Kidd skipped it. Dirk Nowitzki went to Los Angeles last night to watch Luka's debut in Los Angeles, clearly making
It's
a statement,
bad,
right?
bro.
Like, that would be like if the Saints traded a popular player and Drew Brees went to the game. Like, Drew Brees was like, I don't know what the hell my franchise is doing. Like, things are bad in Dallas right now, and they deserve to be bad because how in the hell, I don't care what problems Luka had. Like, if Zion actually had the resume that Luka had, I would happily put up with his bullshit of him missing team practices and team fights and stuff like that. I'm like, well, he got to the finals. Shit, I'll put up with that. Luka actually did all these things, and they traded him. It's crazy to me. I think there's some collusion going on. And I hate that the Lakers are always the beneficiaries of these superstar trades and how they get to luck themselves into another championship run because all these NBA GMs seem to love to bend over backwards. It's like, hey, Lakers, here, take out a superstar. We did it once. We tried to give them Chris Paul. We gave them Anthony Davis. I'm tired of these teams giving the Lakers. That's why it's hard to be as all in on the NBA. And I worked for the Pelicans for 13 years. You worked for the Pelicans for 1 year. It's hard to be all in on the NBA when it feels like it's always just the Lakers getting these superstars no matter what you do. Every 4 years, the Lakers get to the superstar for doing nothing.
It's LA. It's the Lakers.
Because it's Los Angeles and they exist. They get all these superstars. I'm tired of it, bro. It makes it so hard to be an NBA fan. I love the NBA. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm locked in on the NBA now because the football is over, but that's why I just never see them competing with the NFL as far as popularity.
Hey,
it's just bullshit to me, man.
I love when you get fired up about the NBA when you talk about these topics like that because we might differ on some opinions with certain things like this, but on this topic,
absolutely,
I'm locked in with you on this, bro. I agree with every single thing you said about the NBA with that, and they definitely need to do some sort of investigation on this trade because. What was that?
What was that? It didn't happen that
was ridiculous.
Sunday morning, midnight. Come on, either way, we'll definitely be talking more NBA now that football is over, and we'll see if the Pelicans can land themselves another number 1 pick and capture the flag. If you know, Cooper Flag is the prize prodigy right now in college basketball, who is probably absolutely going to come out on the draft this year. And I know a lot of fans are going to be like, "Oh man, another Duke player, number 1." We saw how that worked out with Zion. Oh, man, look. You keep going until you, as a fan, all you can do is have hope, Ziggy. So I hope that we get Cooper Flag and we delusionally set ourselves up again for disappointment. We'll see, but I'm all in.
Last thing, Jono, on this topic, because we didn't talk about this one. I want to know what your thoughts is on this one. The coach, Willie Green. Is it his fault? Like, I feel like he's catching strays.
I think injuries are very much a factor into his lack of success, but again, it's a win-loss business, and I like Willie, crazy. But I mean, we'll see. I'll tell you this: like, if Willie goes, then I think David Griffin needs to go. Like, I'm gonna be pissed if Willie goes, but we keep David Griffin to hire his 4th head. How many GMs get to hire 4 head coaches? Like, usually, if you screw up by the third,
Mickey Loomis type
you got to go. Exactly. Like, fans were there. Mickey Loomis only had 2 head coaches. One was a Hall of Famer head coach, and one was horrible. The fans are ready for him to go. David Griffin might get a 4th head coach, and fans are gonna be like, that's cool. What? Like, why do we treat the Pelicans with kid gloves, bro?
And on top of that, wasn't Mickey doing double duty with the Pelicans too?
I mean,
that's a whole nother zone.
If Willie goes, David Griffin better go because it's year 6. Again, I'm gonna keep stressing. It's year 6. We have 2 playoff wins in 6 years. The accountability from fans, only fans, I know, but trust me, fans can make an impact. The accountability for the New Orleans Pelicans fans needs to be a lot higher. I feel like we treat that franchise, and I'm a guy who has friends in the building, but we treat that franchise like, oh, we're just happy to have them. They're so cute. Look at them. They fight hard. I don't care about no fighting hard, man. Win a goddamn game. Make the playoffs. There's 8 teams that make the playoffs in the conference. You damn near get a participation trophy for making the playoffs, and we can't even make the playoffs.
That is true.
With Zion and B.I. and all, man, come on now, fans. Hold the Pelicans to a higher standard. Hold the Pelicans to the same damn passion that y'all hold the New Orleans Saints to. Stop treating the Pelicans like a goddamn special Make-A-Wish kid and like, oh, we're just happy to have y'all fighting here and being in our city. No, man. We had the team for 25 plus years now. It's time for us to start demanding some excellence out of them.
If they you're right, Jono. We are currently
feel like they can keep skating by. We know the fans ain't gonna be as passionate about our failures. They ain't gonna have no motivation to try to be better because they're like, oh, the fans are gonna accept our bullshit no matter what. Oh, like Zion did a windmill tonight, y'all. We love him, man. Hell with that. He should be an MVP candidate right now. Not no goddamn. We're just happy that he's scoring 35 points in 28 minutes and they're fighting hard in their losses. Fuck that. It's year 6. It's year 6.
No, you ain't saying nothing wrong yet, Jono.
I love the Pelicans. That's why I'm passionate about them. I'm as passionate about the Pelicans as I am about the Saints.
Well, currently have the worst
guy. I'll be the guy who's tough on them. Yeah. The other fans don't want to be. Do better, Pelicans. Shit.
Yeah, we currently have not the worst record, but we have the worst losing streak at 9.
And we are a bottom 3 record, and I hope we stay that way so we can get a shot.
No, we are last in the West.
Imagine
But,
if the Saints had the past 6 years that the Pelicans had. Woo, boy.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, look, I hope y'all happy. Y'all got to see a Jono rant in the 2024-2025 NFL season. Hey, man, we appreciate all of you guys for rocking with us the long way all year on the Jono Barnes Show. We had some fun times in what was a not so fun season. And for me, at least personally, it culminated with the Super Bowl weekend, just seeing the fruits of my labor being rewarded and knowing that, okay, in the streets of New Orleans, the famous streets of New Orleans, Jono Barnes is this shit more than the game certified. And I couldn't do it without the support of the community, my family. I damn sure couldn't do it without this guy below me right now, who is an unheralded MVP of my content and this podcast even coming together in the first place. So Ziggy, I hope you know my brother. I love you. Hope to see you around here and there for the offseason. I know you got a busy life that you're trying to get your shit together with, which we're proud of you, man. I hope you know that we're proud of you. We know you're going to do the damn thing. When we have some special guests, we'd love to have you on the show because you are an amazing co-host as well. And I'm sure you're going to be very excited to interview some of the people that we do have coming up. So hopefully we have you then. But do you have any final words, Ziggy, as we close out the 2024-2025 NFL season?
Final words that I have is to all of our listeners, all of our supporters. You see this guy right here? That's Jono Barnes. And that is the embodiment of someone that puts their heart and their soul into their craft, someone that busts their ass day in and day out. And this is what happens. I'm telling you all right now, this is what happens when you put your heart and your soul into your job and into your work. Good things happen. Good things happen to good people. You get out what you put in. You don't stay up late editing videos, putting bookmarks and different things on videos so that the quality of life for the viewer is better. Doing the small intricate things, doing skits, writing in his journal, writing notes, a lot of different things that people don't see that this man does is the culmination of hard work and the embodiment of somebody that you all should strive to be. So all of y'all, I see all of y'all, not all of y'all, but some of y'all that make comments. You have YouTube channels and different things like that. This is the blueprint right here. Jono Barnes is doing it, guys. He's not gonna toot his horn. He's not gonna give himself credit, but that's what we're here for. We're gonna do it for him. You show up to work, you bust your ass, and then good things like this happen. So shout out to you, Jono. You're doing the damn thing, and you think you're a small streamer, or you think that what you're doing doesn't have any impact. Hopefully you were validated and you were reminded of that during Super Bowl week. Hey, some people don't aspire to be role models, man, but you just walk the walk, man. So some people talk about it and some people are action oriented. You doing the damn thing, bro. So actions speak louder than words, and you doing it, bro. So I'm telling y'all, hey, what's up? Hey, Coach Mac, look at me, Coach.
I owe you,
Bill. Oh, you. But Jono, to the community and to Jono, look, man, he don't look comfortable with the compliments, but hey, it's okay. That's what we here for, bro.
Well, just know that this, y'all, what you're gonna see in the back of my mini man cave for now is all because of you guys, including you, Ziggy. So thank you guys. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with people tuning my horn, but I feel the love and it is appreciated. Just make sure y'all keep these compliments when little Jono comes so he can know that he has the coolest daddy in the world, okay? Hey, man, it was a great season, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We will still be here now. Just because we're saying the season finale, we mean of the season, of the NFL season. But we're still going to be doing the Jono Barnes Show consistently. We're going to give you guys quality and fun content. Hell, you might see this show pivot a bit to a family channel now that I'm about to be a dad this summer. But it should Should be a hell of an offseason, a exciting draft, and a new era with the fact that now this shit is more than a game. So here's to fun times. Here's to an exciting offseason. And here's to even more growth on the Jono Barnes Show and on the Jono Barnes channel. Ziggy, a toast to everybody who rocked with the Jono Barnes Show the long way and who's true to the Jono Barnes channel and not new to the Jono Barnes channel. Please know that to all of you guys who watch, you are this shit more than a game certified. See y'all when we see y'all.
Jono.